I am the true icon in this sport. So much so that nobody has the right to challenge me at Rebelmania III. The ghosts of rebellion will rest in peace knowing Marco Sparks then, now, and forever. Thank you.
I took some time off, and while I was away, I realized something. It wasn't Josh Anderson who screwed me on the RWA title. It was my brother, my former tag team partner. The one guy I trusted, the one guy I started the Cult of Chaos with.
Chaos, we used to be such good friends. It was you that took me into your home, and I burned it to the ground. Since the very beginning, I have been in control of your mind, and at Rebelmania, your soul will be collected when you step into my world in the Texas Deathmatch.
It took too long to win this belt. I've come too far to be stopped now. This is my time, and my time now, motherfuckers.
So now, I'm gonna send a message to you both. If the Monster Miles wants something, it's either two ways I'm gonna get it. You hand it over, or I break you. Me losing my title is like a injured bear. They become very dangerous. And I'm gonna show you how dangerous the monster can really be.
I won the Rebel Rumble. I earned my spot. I've always been here, and I more than deserved this damn title. So at Rebelmania, when I walk down that aisle, when I enter those ropes, I will take down both of them. You can bet on it. Welcome everybody to Rebelmania III! We have an exciting night here, folks. It is taking so long to get here, but we finally have made it. We are here in Austin, Texas. In the main event, we have the Monster Miles Thurman going against the Rebel Rumble member Garbage, going against the World Heavyweight Champion, American Trash. We have a Two Falls, Texas death match between Black Metal and Chaos. We have the first defense of Devin LeGrand against the former champion Michael Corey. for the television championship. We have a vacated breakout championship, and the two competitors is Sean Black versus Jason. Jason was the #1 contender for the title, and Sean Black, well, he's in a nice convenient place. Jacob Black is going against the #1 contender, Louis Gallaretto, for the Intercontinental Championship. Beast is going against the Revolutionary Champion, Danny Snake, for the title. As we all know, he won a #1 contendership for it, I think. I don't remember. We got a special Rebelmania edition of You Sunk TV. But of course, coming up next to start off the night, we have the Money in the Bank with Rebelmania, Cello, Joker, Bowen, and Phoenix. And the first man to come out here is the Mason Bowen. Mason Bowen, last year when he was here at Rebelmania, he fought against Michael Corey in a Rebellion versus Alpha Omega match. And although it was unsuccessful, I do believe, I don't remember actually who's the winner. And again, anything from Alpha Omega is pretty much unremembered. By the ways, he had a great match against Mason Corey. Oh boy, I'm doing trash here, but hopefully I can get a big swing. The night goes on continuously. Mason Bowen is here to raise above more than just good matches, raise above more than just amazing moments, minor titles, and even a tag division. He is here for a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. Money in the Bank contract that can lead you to many wonders. You win it, you have the obligation of cashing it in at any time, anywhere, any place. You could be in a freaking McDonald's, hanging out with your best buddy, notice the world champion, and cash in right then and there. And now, the next of the 4 opponents. But I do believe this is Phoenix. Still waiting for him to get out here. There he is. That was correct. There is Phoenix. Huh. That is a literal rip-off of the Avengers outfit. Could have at least, taken off an Avengers logo. But anyways, hopefully there'll be no legal problems because of this man. And yeah, Phoenix made a good debut, I do believe. Wow, I'm remembering nothing. Anyways, getting too distracted at things. Phoenix made his debut, and he was capable of winning his first match, heading himself into this match tonight. Money in the Bank qualification. There he is for the actual Money in the Bank match. The Luchador is ready. And here comes Joker. Man won the Golden Kendrick Battle Royal last year. He's so far the only person to win that Battle Royal, as it's obviously not on tonight's card. Joker is here. He's here to win a place and much more better places here in Rebelmania. He's here to win Money in the Bank. He said that he wasn't going to use his rematch clause for the Revolutionary Championship, knowing that something like this exists. He was capable of getting into it. He risked a title rematch just for a chance, to even have a chance to get into this match. Well, he won his first chance. Let's see if he can win his second. Second chance of the Money in the Bank match itself. But here comes the fan favorite of this match. After this man after he had a spectacular and amazing freaking basically what happened at Heartbreak. Man, I'm off my oh boy. But Jello, after he had a spectacular performance, which is the word I was trying to get out earlier. After he had that spectacular performance of not only taking out Percy Owens, who was not an easy competitor to go against, after he beat him, after a hell of a beat down, a long battle between those two, he had to go through Beast, and which he did. Jello was the underdog in that match, and even though he lost pretty quickly to Trash immediately afterwards, Jello had gained respect. Respect from the entire locker room, respect among the fans, and now here he is, the fan favorite of this matchup. Backstabber by Joker. Start off the match. A series of blows to Jello. Phoenix immediately is getting a ladder inside of the ring. And a chop block right to Mason Bowen. Phoenix just getting ladders out. Trying to get the craziness before anything starts. I don't know what Jello's plan there was, but it definitely did not end successfully. Now Mason Bowen going down for a beatdown on Jello. There's Joker leaping right over Jello as he gets clotheslined down to the ground from Mason Bowen. And suplex toss from Phoenix as he kips up immediately afterwards. Oh, it's here to pick. Oh, never mind. He's not picking up the ladder. Nice slam down to the ground. Phoenix tossing away the ladder, trying to get rid of any chance of anyone having a victory. Both tables of both announce tables, might I add, have been redecorated, as you can see, cleared off. Jello's inside the ring. Never mind, back out of it. Grabbing a different ladder. I don't know what's happening between Mason Bone and Joker. Alright, well that definitely did not go successful for Jello at all. Phoenix using that ladder quite well. I don't know what Jello's plan there was, but it definitely did. Oh, God! My God! The butterfly face buster into the ladder. Oh! Definitely had not to go well for Jello on a frog splash from Mason Bowen. Oh, and a nice neck breaker. Phoenix misses that completely. Now Mason Bowen going to take advantage. A nice throat chop. Phoenix rolls out. Trying to attack Jello with the ladder. Both men are catching it quite often. Oh, and Jello finally is capable of hitting Phoenix, but Phoenix back up and back down. I don't know what Jello is. Oh. It looked like Jello was trying to climb the ladder, maybe the dive on Phoenix, but Joker just chucked a ladder in his face and knocked him down before he can even start climbing. Talk about a party pooper. Oh! Jello flying right out to Joker. Revenge. Knocking Phoenix down. And oh! Oh God! Joker just landed head first onto the ground, trying to dive out of Mason Bowen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, a nice DDT. It's like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Well, Joker just completely sacrificed himself just to take out a ladder and Mason Bowen. What is Jello doing? Oh, he just simply leaped out of the ring. And Mason Bowen's getting out of there. Oh my, what in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, Joker is, oh. What in the... Well, Joker was stuck in the crowd for a moment, but then he launched back into the ring in the matter of moments. And oh my Jesus! Phoenix just dived right out to the side. So many amazing moments. I don't even know how freaking Joker got even in the crowd. And how he even got in the ring from the crowd. Oh! Joker doing a springboard cutter reminiscent of Jello. Same man in this match. Seems like Jello's trying to get a ladder in the ring, but people are in the way. Oh! Jello saw Joker coming in from a mile away. Phoenix and Mason Bowen are now fighting in the ring. I'm pretty sure Phoenix just attempted to do a roll-up onto Mason Bowen. Joker just pops out a ladder. A chance of winning right now. Multiple single leg drop kicks from Phoenix, catching the arm and into a neck breaker. Upper ropes. Oh, left over. Once more. And a nice back over. Back elbow. Jello working on the leg. Smart idea. Take out the leg. You can't climb the ladder. Jello completely missed that. Oh, and gets a backstabber for his troubles. Boom. I'm dragging Joker right down. Well then. I don't see what the purpose there was from what we just jumped into time. Shot block. Ooh. Phoenix, I don't know what he's trying to do with that ladder. Yeah, well, I guess that was the ultimate decision that he had. He just moonsaulted onto that ladder. Phoenix is probably regretting tossing it out. Phoenix does not get that drop kick. Oh, but he does get a knee to the gut. Definitely not going to help him out, especially with the fact that, like I just mentioned earlier, he missed a moonsault and landed on the ladder, chest first. Oh, nice suplex from Joker. Missed that knee. Once again, I'm pretty sure Phoenix just attempted to do a pin in a ladder match. Oh, bow and arrow! It's a Bowen hyping up the crowd. Here comes Jello. Oh, and that's a nice sling blade. From the top rope. Down to Phoenix. Does not get that clothesline. And, oh, DDT! Well, does not get that swing soul kick. Well, they both didn't get those kicks. A DDT once more from Phoenix. Makes multiple strikes into the corner. He gets out of there. Oh, Jello completely missed that. Oh, so did Joker. Hot shot. Sherman suplex. Mason Bowen still holding on, and a ripcord lariat. Single leg dropkick from Phoenix as he instantly gets some. Oh, nice backflip kick. So much is happening right now. Oh. Super kink. Oh. Strikes into a nice bicycle knee. And, oh. Did not get that rollover. That's overhand strike and chop block. Never saw him. Well, there goes Phoenix. Missing all the dives so far that he's done in this entire match. Oh! Nice kick from Jello. Back in comes Phoenix. Oh my! And Judgment Day from Jello. Joker misses that. Ooh. Super kick. Oh, there goes the ladder. Look, it comes flying in. I'm not even sure what he just did. Wrinkle sucks. Well. Hulk Joker. Unbeknownst to the fact that Phoenix is up. Phoenix backflip to a nice rolling cutter. Missed the super kick. Nice series of strikes from Joker. Now he heads to the top. Oh. And, oh. So many of these men missing their dives tonight. Double clothesline from Jello. Going up to the top. Oh! Let's not get that corkscrew splash. I seriously don't know how that move was effective in any sort of way. Well, there he goes. Jello getting up, Mason Bones up. The men missing their moves. Phoenix is up. Phoenix just went head first into a ladder. I don't think he's going to be doing well. Oh. Jello's definitely not expecting Joker to come right in as he attempted to dive. Oh. Let's kick him. Oh! Let's stomp. The hits. Jello's up. He literally just used thin air to help him up. Oh. Oof, right into the corner of the announce table. Jello, no. It's reversed. Got kicked right in the leg for it. I don't know when we're going to see a ladder again in this ladder match. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty sure that was a knee right in the back of Phoenix. Oh, a hip strike. I don't know how that punch connected Jello. Ooh. Now he drags Phoenix in the middle of the ring. Up onto the top. It's starting to get up. Oh! Jello does not get that dive. Gets out of there. And it's disposing of Jello. No clue what's happening there. That probably looked cool. I don't know what the whole point of that was. I guess Phoenix did take down Jello for a moment. Still don't know what's happening. And once again, I don't see what the whole point of that is. Well, any day this camera stops looking at Jello's body, I guess we can finally get back to the matchup. I feel like something happened, but we could not see. And the crowd's chanting, "This is awesome." Get that knee strike. And the ladder is finally brought into the matchup. Wow, okay. Joker literally just dived right into a ladder. The ladder was tossed out. I'm starting to think these men don't want to win the match. Ladder finally set back up. Joker taken out. Phoenix almost taken out. Played first into a ladder, by the way. Oh, nice backbreaker to a neck breaker. Joker is now getting the ladder. Getting it in the middle of the ring. They keep the ladder in the ring. I don't know what. Okay. We now have another ladder into the mix. Oh my god. Phoenix is not doing good at all when it comes to just jumping in general. Usually just landing chest first really hard into things. Ooh. Nice flying forearm. Oof. I don't know what happened there. Phoenix has got the ladder set up. Looks like Mason Bowen is there. Prevents him from getting up there. Still can't see what the hell is going on. Phoenix is up there. Joel tosses him aside. He's now trying to get on top. He tried to reach up the ladder. Oh my god! Joker just drop-kicked the ladder. Up the ropes and a nice knee right into his face. And he immediately gets up. Nice. And then he proceeds to toss off the ladder. Why? Oh, There are ladders everywhere outside. It's like a minefield. Dive out there and you miss. You're pretty much gonna get body part hurt. Every man is down. I don't know why Joe isn't climbing up the ladder. There we go. Phoenix, I don't know what he's... Oh, he just drop-kicked the ladder. Wait a minute. He's heading up to the top. Spear! My God! Joker tossing out. Why? That was wide open for Joker, yet he ruined his chance. But why? I really am not thinking that Joker knows what this match type even is. Nice vertical suplex from Phoenix. He's knee. Super kick. Phoenix is going wild. Standing outside, most likely to get a ladder as Mason Bowen and Jello getting him. Jello is tossing to the... Oh, good job of there, Jello. Now Phoenix grabbing the ladder. Jello's getting up pretty quickly. Phoenix is out of there. Mason Bowen going up. Trying to steal it. Oh my goodness. There's one thing I can compliment about Phoenix. He's willing to risk everything to make sure that, you know, nobody else wins. He will even dive head first into a ladder just to make sure somebody will not win. That's not dedication. I don't know what is. Phoenix, well, I'm pretty sure that attempt to toss the ladder was to hit Mason Bowen, who is now doing an armbar across the rope onto Phoenix. And, oh! Of course, we're not capable of seeing that. Sure, that looked really cool. Okay. Nice step up into Guri. Jello bringing another ladder into the ring. That is ring guard. That is blatant ring guard. Second ladder's been introduced into the ring. Jello completely missed that punch. Now Phoenix trying to take advantage. Still don't know how that move is effective in any sort of way. Oh, well, wait a minute! Oh my God! It's Arn Austin! What in the hell? He just cost Phoenix the victory! That was it. That was all for him. What is he doing now? He just sent him the ladder. Here comes Jello. He's climbing up. He's got it. Arn Austin just helped his friend Jello win the Money in the Bank. What in the world did we just witness? This match, wow, probably most of the moments we were incapable of seeing, the ones we did see were quite good. My God, these men risking their bodies just to make sure nobody gets anything, especially Phoenix. That man literally dived headfirst into a freaking ladder to make sure somebody would not get the freaking briefcase. My God. I have no idea what to think that we saw here tonight. Mind you, this is only the first match. We still got plenty more later on tonight. Look at this spear. Arn Anderson is completely taking out Colt and Phoenix, but there's your winner, Jello. Stay tuned for the next of the parts. Welcome back, everybody, to Rebelmania 3. We are starting off on this part with the special Rebelmania edition of You Suck TV. And here he comes. High and mighty, the Mr. Marco Sparks. Pull his cards out, gave to me before the show started. Right? He is the greatest man to ever exist. He's evolved to a, evolution beyond the normal wrestling, competitor, the normal wrestler. He is the only Grand Slam to ever exist in the multiverse. He's the only greatest wrestler in the multiverse, in fact. He is untouchable. Everybody else could beat him. And there's a lot more of these on the card, but I think I've read enough. So, if you remember back at Rebellion, this man called out, I quote, the spirit of wrestling. He called out wrestling itself. Wrestling itself. You understand what all that means? Marco Sparks is going to fight an entity that isn't even human. He isn't even going to fight like the spirit of wrestling that surely can't exist. Whether he's going to be fighting at all tonight, one thing we do know is that we got a very, very special edition of You Suck TV. Everybody prepare to applause. Mr. Marco, Mr. Sparks. Yep.
Here we are at Rebelmania 3, and like I said, nobody is worthy of losing to the greatest Hall of Famer of all time. I'm the spectacular, incomparable, absolute icon, undisputed greatest of all time, Mr. Marco Sparks.
I'm the invisible man. I'm the invisible man.
Wait, what? Invisible man. Is this the spirit of wrestling that he called out? What is happening? What? The ropes are moving? What? No, what? Huh? Wait. What the? There is an actual Invisible Man. His theme song is even saying Invisible Man. What is happening? Oh my god. Marco Sparks just suplex an Invisible Man, the spirit of wrestling. He's now cartwheeling. Oh my god, he just got attacked. Oh. I have no idea what's happening. The Invisible Man's doing work on Marco, I guess. Oh, Marco reverse. Oh. Oh. Oh, I think he just did a drop toe hold. Ooh, the devastating knee. What is happening? And now Marco Sparks showing off, as he usually is. Oh. I really don't know how to react to this. Just got shoved? What the? Oh, what? Marco just floated. I don't know how to react. What is he doing? What? Got slammed to the ground? Marco's getting up. Just got Irish whipped into the corner. You kick him? What? This is the most confusing thing I will ever see. What did happen to him? He's getting pinned? What? Did he kick down at 1? Alright. There's Sparks. Oh. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. Did he just get snap mirrored? Oh, the running knee. Did he connect? He connected. 2. No, he kicked out? I am so confused. The main thing I want to know is how's the referee doing his job here? You know, reffing a man fighting an invisible man. Is that a DDT I just saw? What? So confusing. He just dropped down to the ground. He's getting pinned. Oh. An uppercut. Oh. Well, that is a classic move of Marco. What is he even doing now? What is he... Huh? So confusing. Sparks is now on the apron. Oh. Marco just leapt inside of the ring. I don't know what happened to Mark. Oh. Marco. Oh, now he's going for the classic super kick. Though he didn't hit it. Oh. What? Oh, just cover here. Nope. Marco kicked out. Oh, something happened. Thrown into the corner now. What? Marco Sparks just floated? He's now in a tree of woe position. What's happening? Is he... What happened? I'm so confused. What just happened? He's getting pinned now? Margot Sparks just lost to Spirit of Rest. What just happened? There's so much confusing things. How am I supposed to react? Well, all I know is that Margot Sparks lost to the Invisible Man, or self-proclaimed Spirit of Wrestling, or however it wants to be called. I'm confused. What is this? Arkham floated! Okay, so I noticed that the other corner moved, so I think a coast to coast just happened?
What the heck? That was cheating! I couldn't even see the guy! I'm so tired of these dang roll-ups and stupid invisible people. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Well, I mean, I can't exactly blame Marco. I mean, he literally, like as he just said, he just fought an Invisible Man. A terrible night for the now Hall of Famer. That's another thing to think of. Marco Sparks just, he's officially in the Hall of Fame. And he just lost to an Invisible Man. So, what? I'm still trying to comprehend what happened, but anyways, coming up next, Beast is now going against Danny Snake for the Revolutionary Championship. And there he is. Beast. This is one title that Beast Mode has not been capable of getting for quite some time until tonight. The Revolutionary Championship. This title, Beast obviously has never won before. He's capable of winning this. Got another title in the bag. Some people are claiming that he will become Grand Slam. Some people are not claiming he will be it. People are saying that he hasn't earned enough titles. But who knows? Maybe he won't even earn the title tonight. Maybe he won't even be successful. Maybe Danny Snake will pull off an upset with, by going against a Hall of Famer. You gotta remember, every single man who entered the Hall of Fame tonight, they're in a match tonight. Jello, as we saw earlier tonight, due to what Austin did, he, won Money in the Bank. Marco just lost to the Spirit of Wrestling. And now, the third man of the Hall of Fame, if I can even speak, is going against this man, Danny Snake. There There we go. Danny Snake is holding that title up high and proud. Danny Snake has had quite an interesting story in his career here in RWA. He joined RWA in a tag team with Hair Metal. He became a multi-time tag champion. Absolute fan favorite. But then eventually, Hair Metal became Heel Metal and turned his back on Danny Snake. Eventually, those two had a rivalry. Even though Heel Metal ended up being successful in said rivalry, Danny became successful out of it. Danny Snake became Revolutionary Champion. He beat Joker for the title. And now here he is on the big stage, going against the Hall of Famer. And there we go. Oh! And kick. He's coming in strong. Hard punch to the side of the face of Danny Snake. And now Beast with a Beast Flex. So far, Danny hasn't even gotten a single... Well, never mind. Oh! Nice slingshot spear from the apron. To the side of the head. Oh, up and over and with a followed over DDT. And now just beating on the face of Beast. Trying to get offense in. Uppercut didn't take the big man down. And a stunner. Beast rolls out of the ring. Oh. Danny not looking so well right now. And as I say that, he reverses with an uppercut. Oh. Sharp knee to the god. Hip toss. And now Beast lifting him up. A power bomb. It's the chop. Danny open sharp elbow to the side of the head. Oh. Oh my god. He's just leaped for a crossbody, and even though he missed, still quite impressive feat. And that's the thing when it comes to Beast. He uses his sheer size and his, capabilities to succeed here in wrestling. This man is capable of doing stuff like crossbodies. He was capable of doing springboards at one point. I think due to too many injuries, he didn't come up successful with springboards. Nice clothesline. Peace. Calling up Danny Snake. Pom pom. Samoan drum. He's dragging him to the center of the ring. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. It's all over that quickly. Beast is now Revolutionary Champion that quickly. Out of all the current titles that can be earned here in RWA, at this very moment, Beast has won all of them. So in the situation that he is in, Beast is officially a Grand Slam champion. We get another title in the future eventually. That is something he will have to earn. trying to reclaim it, but right now, out of all the titles he can earn, he's won every single one of them.
Let techniques tease your chakra. Species release freaks, please the monster. Petite beast feast, these G's will rock.
Where he hands him the title.
Buster, don't trust her. Round these hustlers, homie, don't be a sucker. When your love bust, they take her Nina's a brother. She trying to say that I rushed her, then crushed her.
Beast is now Revolutionary Champion. But coming up next, Sean Black, Jason, the vacated RWA Breakout Championship is on the line. It is now time to see who can continue the legacy of this title. Here comes Jason. This man is the #1 contender for the title, rightfully. He would have fought, somebody for the title. But due to the fact that, problems and such, backstage reasons, the former champion was stripped of the title. But now, this gives a chance for another man who definitely earns, or needs to earn, that man who can earn a title. Because not only Jason deserves a title, so does his opponent, Sean Black. Jason, maybe he will be more successful than his tag team partner, his friend, his buddy, Mason Bowen. But here comes the cousin of Miles Thurman. Sean Black. Sean Black, the main reason why he is even here in RWA is due to the fact that his cousin is here. His cousin is the Miles Thurman, one of the 3 men main eventing tonight in Rebelmania. And even though he hasn't had too much successful career, his biggest highlight is that he was a tag champion at one point. That's really it. He was tag team champion for a little while, didn't have many defenses. And again, that's kind of the sad truth when it comes to the tag titles. That they're not really used much, especially these days. Current team Strikeforce kind of not getting booked. But that is the championship. That is what it's all about. Jason, Sean Black. The match is underway. The boot. Sean Black. Tossing Jason right down. Him up, tossing over to the ropes. Going off him at a 619. And Sean Black. Oh! 450 smash right onto the back. Nice rolling senton. Miss the Enziguri. Jason just seems to go there. Jason's planning to do here. He tosses him on the apron. Tom Black, nice elbow. He does not get that flying forearm. What's Jason doing here? Oh, reminiscent to the people's elbow. Nice knee to the gut. Now Jason out of the ring, back into a nice clothesline. Jason looking pretty dominant here in this match and so far. I have no idea exactly who that move was. Look at that, the strength of Jason. Picking up shot plank. Throwing him down that military press drop. It's a Guri. Nice goes on reversal. What is this? It's a ripcord knee strike. Flipping him right over with a grounded monkey flip. And look at this huge cutter from the skies. More rolling senton. Oh, but he does not get that moonsault. Jason waving Sean Black around and around. And Johnson going for a cover. 1, 2. No. The side of the head, the second, and a third. The punch and gave one of his own. Elbow backs to Sean. Go off the ropes and a nice drop kick to the side of the head. Nice hook into the corner. On it and a drop kick on Sean Black. Oh, it looked like Jason was going for a stunner. Jason is able to avoid that drop kicking, drop him down. Senton. Oh my god. Oh my god! Jason with an avalanche powerbomb. 1, 2, no. Ooh. Jimmy. Trying to get that elbow. Operator versus super kick. Is this in? Got to cover. Referee 1, 2, and Jason kicks out. What is this? Oh my God! Grabbing the arm and getting on the variation of Olympic slam, following it up with a super kick. 2, and Jason kicks out once more. Good kicks to the leg. Off the runs. And a knee. Right to the nose of Jason. Cover here with this team. No. Kick out at 1. And now a nice inverted DDT. Jason up around here. I have no idea what Jason's trying to do here. Oh, Sean Black reverse anyways. Drop kick right out of the ring. And Sean, just multiple stomps right to the chest of Jason. Laying right down on it, kicking him in the chest. Oh, once again, slamming his face on the table. And now Jason following up with a leg slam German. John Blank taunts Jason into the ring. Is this from Jason? Oh my God! The rolling kill switch there. It only gets a 1 count. Ooh. Kick right to the chest. Afterwards from Sean Blanc. Against that knee. Over here. Sean 1, 2, and 3. Sean Blanc is your new breakout champion. Congratulations to that man right there.
Make all of my bitches tattoo my logo on they titty. Put a statue of a nigga in the middle of the city.
Any hard-hitting moments tonight?
Roll up and cock it and hit them niggas where it hurts. Told them my partner and help them crackers give them 30. I told them I got them, therefore I gotta do you dirty.
The wild moves, that huge cutter from the skies. Waiting for a while. Sharp elbow.
Talking quarterbacks, meaning talking quarter kilos. Niggas feel my pain, I ain't even gotta say it. Where I come from, if you open it, you paying. How can I say when all my niggas in the
Random zoom in. That arm trem, Olympic slam of some sort.
I'm not a star. I'm not a star.
Then
I'm not a star.
crazy moves.
All black Lamborghini smoking on the sticky. Got a couple dollars, now this nigga think he Ricky. Pull up to the club, I got
And congratulations to Sean Black with the second title here in RWA, first singles championship.
I'm not a star. I'm not a star. I'm not a star. Somebody lied, I spent $1 million on the car. It come alive, never feed it up.
Congratulations to Sean Black.
It's a multi-million-dollar
Hopefully he will defend that breakout championship.
I know them people wanna stick me with a sentence. I'm a player catching bitches.
Coming up next,
Trunk full of work, get it.
we have Jacob Black defending his Intercontinental Championship against Louis Garetto. I'm pretty sure that's how we say his name. And there he is. Welcome to Rebelmania, Louis.
In Italia, pistole e macchine. In Italia, Machiavelli e Foscolo. In Italia, i campioni del mondo sono in Italia. Benvenuto in Italia, fatti una vacanza al mare.
Louis won the #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship quite a while back.
La bella vita in Italia, le grandi
And now he is finally here
Italia, fai affari con la
to
mala.
fight for the title.
Il vicino che ti spara in Italia.
Now this match most definitely should be one of the most hard-hitting matches, one of the more entertaining matches. Both of these men, huge potential, great fighting styles that both men can put on great matches. Oh, and it looks like Louis is going to cut a promo right before Jacob gets out here.
Now, just in case you had forgotten, my name is Louis Garetto, and I am here to reclaim the glory of the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Jacob and Hawk, they've been battling over this championship for too long. They've been dragging it in the mud. I'm here to bring it back to the glory of Mako Sparks. I'm here to bring the Intercontinental Championship back to greatness. I will make it the most prestigious championship on this show, and I will defeat everyone in my wake. Now bear witness as I destroy Jacob, and I claim the Intercontinental Championship. Don't any of you ever forget about this.
Well done, Louis is here to bring prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship, as he states. Back to the glory days of Marco Sparks holding it here, guys. But yeah, Jacob Black is out here. Besides the very unforgettable reign of the Tag Team Championships that most people probably don't even know existed from Jacob Black all the way back in original RWA days. The IC Championship is pretty much the first ever title that he has ever won. And when we interviewed him, he even forgot about his tag title reign. But he finally made it. He finally made it to a tag team championship. Finally made it to a championship. Now he's here fighting to defend it. To keep it around that waist of his. Last year, Jacob Black, who's fighting hair metal, the Revolutionary Championship, is not that successful. But now, tonight, with a little bit more experience, title around his waist, and hopefully a boost in confidence and a will to keep on fighting for as long as it takes. Jacob Black is here. Jacob is very proud of that championship.
So come and get it.
And that is what it's all about. Louis, Jacob, the match is now began. A clear size difference between the two. I didn't even realize how tall Louis was. Both of these men staring each other down. Ooh. He strikes in a discus clothesline. Nice first set of moves from Louis. Oh, what is this? Oh, a nice confront slam. Ooh. Louis just trying to slow Jacob down while increasing the pain as he goes. Huge clothesline. Oh, series of kicks and a nice bicycle knee. Louis getting out of it. Going for a Fez Prince. Knee drop. And a DDT. Number here, 1, 2. Oh my god! Louis destroyed Jacob Black. Oh my god! That was so quick. Well, congratulations to Louis Gallardo on earning the Intercontinental Championship in such a dominant fashion. Man. Well, we hope you all enjoyed part 2. We'll see you in part 3. And welcome everybody back to part 3 of Rebelmania. And we're here with the 2-fall Texas death match between Black Metal and Chaos. Now here comes Chaos. This man called out Black Metal, the last rebellion, claiming that he was the one who screwed him over all long ago. Black Metal shortly showed up with a blackout of the lights, gave him a soul collector, and told him that he'd be fighting him in this Texas death match. whether Chaos liked it or not, there was no him wanting or not wanting. You go against Black Metal, you get what he wants. But yeah. Chaos, the former world champion, former breakout champion. He's been here for quite some time as well, shockingly. It's kind of hard to think about that. Debuted a few years ago at Midsummer Massacre, the very first one. But really, he hasn't done much ever since he debuted. And yeah, like I just mentioned, he's earned a few titles, but they didn't last long. Breakout Championship, that lasted for a few months. The world title, same thing. But he earned the title twice, but both of those reigns were short as hell. Here we go. Now it's time to bring out his opponent. Been quite some time since we have seen Black Metal in the ring. If I'm correct, the last match that he had before tonight's was against Miles Thurman all the way back at Hell House. And Miles took him out of commission for quite some time. But eventually he came back, took out Josh Anderson when he tried to, complain about things and ask for a title rematch. That was basically his send-off. Speaking of Josh Anderson, last year at Rebelmania, Black Metal fought the man and took him out with a superplex to the outside. It is now infamously known as the Dark Soul Collector. And now he is here tonight, fighting a former friend, Chaos. And this match is now underway. Oh. Deathmatch rules apply. 2 out of 3 falls. Few strikes going in. Nice spinning slide slam. Ooh, right to the head. Off the ropes and senton. Ooh. On a belly to belly. By Black Metal. Ooh, and a headbutt. Oh. Versus Chaos and brings him down with an STO. And now he's proceeding to choke out Chaos. Going to continue doing it. Nope. Back and back. This is the super kick. Oh, and a nice reverse DDT. Does that get the super kick there? Throws Black Metal across the ring. Go got him in the camel clutch position. Hammering forearms across the face of Black Metal. Oh, and a nice wrestling takedown. Corner is now removed. Black Metal, oh! Face first right into that exposed turnbuckle. Going for once more with a snake eyes. Oh, and a nice elbow. What a nice combo from Black Metal. Oh! Cass immediately gets some with a shoulder thrust belly to belly combination. Comes to the face. Another. The ropes. And caught the knee. Black Metal for shoulder tackle reversal. Go vintage Black Metal off the ropes, and oh, never mind. Chaos reverses that. Now looks like both men are bringing out the weapons. Chaos of a kendo and Black Metal with a table. He right to the face. Couple kendo shots. Okay. I'll see what the point of showing off in a Texas Death Match, especially against a man like Black Metal, is going to do for you. But he did bait Black Metal into that. Fireman carries, reversals. Oh. Oh! Black Metal trying to choke Chaos into the corner. Got to pay for it. Went head first into the turnbuckle. Now Chaos is trying to take advantage. Here we go. This could be a turning point. If he can connect it, he'll be 1 point up. Okay, no. Black Metal was able to get out. Oh! Quick catch to the back of the head with that clothesline. Once again, camel clutch position. hammering away on those forearms. Rikendo sick once more. Oh, oh, backbreaker into a senton. Ooh. Yeah, it's using that chair effectively. Now was this chaos putting the chair right on the neck? Oh! He gets it. I have no clue why the referee put the turnbuckle back on in a death match. Pretty sure the only rules he's enforced to do is make sure both men don't die and, you know, make sure one pins the other. I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to tamper with whatever the wrestlers do. He's not, oh! Runs right into the Soul Collector. Oh, the Chaos kicks out. Oh! There it is, that running boot. 1, 2, and Chaos kicks out. It's like Black Metal's trying to reach that table, but he's unable to. Now he pushes in. Oh! Again, those forearms. Now that table finally set up, ready to be used. Alright, he's using the ropes. Yeah, it's obviously unable to get that pin. Ooh. Oh, reversed into a DDT. Comes to the face, hard elbow. Black Metal is back up. It's the super kick. Oh! Catches that back elbow. Just simply by that. The unholy Black Metal is back in control. There's this vintage choke slam. Now he sets the table up. Oh. Black Metal making sure he does not get put through it. Oh! There's that discus elbow. Black Metal's got him up in a powerbomb position. Oh, and powerbombs Chaos through the flaming table. Now he slowly brings him up. And there it is. The infamous slam. 1, 2, and Chaos kicks out. Black Metal is now in the corner. Well, that was a blatant stall. 1, 2. I really don't think that point should be legal. Oh, what the? Oh! Black Metal looked like he was trying to kick Chaos, but he caught him into a choke slam. Now Chaos is going to back of this. Ah! Gets it once more. Oh, he's calling up Black Metal. Oh, oh! Black Metal kicks out right at 1. And a nice suplex. Black Metal is out of there before Chaos can get ready for the chaotic possession. Now Black Metal brings in another table. Ooh, clothesline right into the corner. I'm going to choke out Chaos once more. Now is setting up for that boot. Connects. Cover here. 1, 2. And oh! Chaos kicks out. Now the table is set up. Oof. Pretty sure both of those rolls were poor decision by Chaos. Oh, nope. Oh! Discus clothesline. 1, 2. And Chaos kicks out. And, oh! Chaos finally reverses that this time. Now heads in for a roll-up. 1. No. Black Metal is capable of kicking out. And now goes for a roll-up himself. 1, 2, and no. Other men get victories from either roll-up. Backstabber. Cover. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. Oh. Tom Black Metal and then Judgment Ding. 1, 2, and Black Metal kicks out once more. Seems like he's trying to reply. Oh, could have been a Soul Collector. Oh, Chaos gets caught in an SCO. Speaking of it, Soul Collector. 1, 2. Not even a 2. Black Metal is furious now. Oh my god! He just hit a Soul Collector out of nowhere. Bumping into each other. There's an SCO. Once more from Black Metal. And a second, third, whatever, Soul Collector. 2. No. Chaos still kicks out of it. The calmness of Black Metal is now starting to tear away as he's getting enraged every second passing. Oh. I know for a fact that he's getting tired about the fact that this is going on too long enough. Oh. And he gets that boot. Cover 1. Takes out at 1. Off the ropes. Santon. Chomp. The chomp of Chaos's own. Oh, off the ropes. And caught him with that drop kick. Black Metal heading up to the middle rope. Keeping Chaos away. And that hits him with that shoulder block. There we go. Boot does not connect. Roll up 1, 2, and Black Metal kicks out. That man. Suplex. Go Chaos. Going in for chaotic possession. Can he hit it? He does. Cover here. 1, 2, and Black Metal kicks out. Now Chaos going in and ground and pound. Now Chaos setting up the table in the corner. Endo strike. A second. Ooh. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. Nope. Showed away black metal. Looked like he was going in for a soul collector. Now he's throwing chaos into the table. Back and forth between the two men. Oh! And spears black metal through the table. There we go, chaos. Leading up for chaotic possession. Can he hit it for the second time in this match? No, black metal. Backs up properly. Nope. Not get that clothesline. Boot right to the leg. German suplex. But Chaos hangs on with a nice ripcord lariat. That was a bit of a saw there. Black Metal reverses it. Black Metal doesn't get the Soul Collector, but he does get out of dodge. Oh. Now wait a minute, oh my god! Black Metal just hit a Soul Collector on the outside of the ring. My god, why is Chaos hitting Black Metal? Literally, Chaos did nothing to him. He was just hit with a Soul Collector. Nice vertical suplex. Nope. Bringing down those palm strikes. Doesn't get the super kick. Oh. John Blanc. And Judgment Day. 1, 2, and Black Metal kicks out at 2. Chaos for the second one. 2, and Black Metal kicks out once more at the count of 2. Whacking him twice to the kendo. He strikes. On the second Soul Collector. Oh. No, multiple strikes. Black Metal got up and instantly just gets scoop slammed. Ooh. There we go, charging through. Oh! Close line. Oh, backbreaker. Black Metal pitting Chaos now. Chaos capable of kicking out. Slam to the face. And now Black Metal pinning him off the slam. 2, no. Now he heads to the top. Oh! Does not get the frog splash. Black Metal going in. Oh! It's DDT'd through his choke slam. And now Judgment Day. Could this be in? 2. Chaos lets it go. Now just beating Black Metal down. Completely misses that kendo strike. He hits those two. Oh. Tossing him right over. Then the boot across his face. Tosses away. To a roll up. 2. Black Metal kicks out. Spider-Man carry slam. Ooh. That rolling elbow. One take out. Rolling neck snap. Now get the Soul Collector. There he goes. Catch him off guard. Never mind. Super kick. Yeah, second one. Good measure. As Black Metal now sends for the boots. Connects. Over here, 1, 2, and 3. And after almost 20 minutes, probably of action, Black Metal is now able to secure a fall. And now it's 1-1. Winner take all. Chaos reverses the Soul Collector and goes for a back of the head clothesline. Now it's calling in for chaotic possession. And he connects with it. 1, 2, and Black Metal kicks out once more. That carry reversal. Kendo strikes from Black Metal. Here we go, clothesline reversal. And there it is, the slam. But this time, he's using the ropes. No. Oh. Not that neck breaker. Black shoved into that corner. Oh, choke slam. On the Judgment Day. Over here, 1, 2, and no. Black Metal kicks out once more. Full kendo strike. Oh. A leg trip by Black Metal. Ooh. Discus clothesline right on the outside. Black Metal now tossing Chaos back inside of the ring. Now he goes for a cover. 1, 2. Kick out. That looked very close to a 3. Look at that super kick. Count the foot. Oh. Chaos. Oh. It's a backstabber-like move. Black Metal kicks out almost immediately. Now it's completely missed that kendo, but gets that one. But why? There was absolutely no reason to attack the referee. Ooh. Oh, the bank stabber. Up to the top goes Black Metal. Frog splash. Cover 1, 2. No. Chaos does not go down. And a senton. Five-man carry reversal. Oh. Oh my God! Tile driver. I get the super kick. Boom. Up the ropes. Senton. Up back goes Black Metal. And another frog splash. 1, 2. Chaos kicks out. Right the nose and immediately went right into a reverse DDT. The ropes. A nice basement punch. Off the ropes. Oh, huge boot into the corner. Now Black Metal going in for his vintage choke slam. Now Black Metal going in for the boot. He's not connect. Roll up. 1, 2. And Black Metal barely kicks out. Choke slam once more. Good shot with Kendo. Black Metal wisely rolling out of the ring. Oh, does not get that. Ooh. Now going in for those grounded strikes. And now Chaos. Oh. And he gets him with the Soul Collector. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And this match is finally over. What a long fucking match. Chaos was able to get a pin pretty early on at first fall. Took Black Metal quite some time and quite some punishment just to even get a single one. It was a lot of match before the second fall. But eventually this would be it. Chaos pulling that out of nowhere. Fortunately for him, Black Metal kicked out practically immediately. These frog splashes were integrated. But eventually, in the end, the Soul Collector got the job done and ended this match. Now Black Metal is your winner. This Texas 2 Falls Deathmatch. Thank you everybody for watching Part 3 of Rebelmania. We'll see you in the final part. Welcome back to the final part of Rebelmania, where before we get to the main event, we have the first defense of Devin LeGrand against the former champion, Michael Cole. there he is. Michael Corey. He hasn't had a match since Heartbreak all those months ago. He's absolutely devastated, getting destroyed that quickly by Devin LeGrand. But apparently this man has been training, has been preparing to go against Devin LeGrand. He was not expecting that type of battle. Michael Corey is the longest reigning IC champion and probably the longest reigning RWA champion in general. Like when it comes to just any title. Maybe the tag team titles have a longer reign, but at least when it comes to singles titles, Corey holds that record. For sure. Corey's also a former tag champion, and obviously, as I stated, that this is his rematch climb. He is a former TV champion. But his opponent is not a man to take lightly. Devin LeGrand. This man is literally a beast. This man is a multi-world champion in different companies. This man is capable of taking down so many people very quickly. He's not messing around when it comes to anything, and he is our current television champion. Back in the past, in the original RWA time, this man was a former World Heavyweight Champion. Now he is here at Rebelmania. Eddie TV champion. We're gonna find out how he's gonna be walked out. Crush the glass with my bare hands and swallow it. And spit it back in their faces as you racists and hypocrites who think the same shit but don't say shit. You Liberace's, Versace's, and you Nazis. Watch me cause you figure you got me in this hot seat. But yeah. Motherfuckers wanna judge me cause you're not me. You'll never stop me, I'm top speed and you pop me. I came to save these new generations of babies. Let's see how Devin LeGrand does his second ever singles match since returning in RWA.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 220 pounds, Michael Corey. Introducing the champion from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 241 pounds, he is the television champion, Devin LeGrand.
And there they are. Devin now holds or hands the television champion off to the ref. And people, that's what it's all about. Corey, LeGrand, the match is underway. Uncle Corey charging right off the start. They're taking down. Uses a leg sweep. Bring him down. Going in ground and pound. Michael Corey trying to make sure that he's capable of taking Devin. Taking him down and make sure that he can just bring all the pain. Bring the pain before Devin can do the same. Ooh. Oh, it's that double axe handle. He right to the face of Devin. That's fun. Got him by the leg and oh my god! Huge slam from Devin LeGrand. And oh my god, just tossed him right into the corner. Throwing him over his head. A belly to belly suplex. Devin just picks up Corey and tosses him to the side. Now Devin going in for the ground and pound himself. We'll explain how the television championship works for a quick moment right here. Once you hold the television championship, you have to defend the title 4 times in a row. You're capable of defending those, getting those 4 defenses. You can cash in and get a chance to go into a world title match. But if you lose all those defenses. 1 count from Devin. Oh! Hip toss neck breaker. Shoulder block reversal. Devin once again picking up Michael, tossing him to the side. Oh, he's telling him to bring it. Once he works on his arm. Michael Corey is getting out of it. He's gonna get that spinning soul kick. And now going after the leg. Oh, yeah, head toss. Oh my god. Up and over DDT. Oh! Using the barricade to his advantage. Oh! Low kick uppercut combo. Again, grounding and pounding. Ooh. Michael Corey using that sledgehammer. A little drum to the leg. Ooh. Seems like that is a primary target for Michael. That leg of Devin LeGrand. Oh, Bookman missing their moves. Devin heads right back into the ring. It's hot shot right on the rope. Michael Corey wasting precious time. Now once again tossing Devin right onto the outside. Ooh. I just slipped right into the turnbuckle. Corey now grabbing the chair. Oh. Landing it right across the back of Devin. Something's happening that we can't see the visuals of. Some fine camera work, isn't it? Ooh. Now back inside of the ring. After all that entanglement, Devin is back in control. Oh. Oh. Like Michael anticipated that. There's Michael Corey at planned here. Oh my God, he's swinging the man. Down he goes. Covered by Michael Corey. 2. Devin kicks out. Over. Oh! Cover here. 1, 2. No. This come from like Michael Corey. Takes a gun. Doing your neck breaker. Another move after that. 2. No. Oh, I don't know what that was. But Devin was capable of getting that spinning heel kick. Ooh. Little Corey running full speed. Boot to the face. 1, 2. No. Let's not get that. Oh my God. Hello, Grand. Sweeping the feet. Here we go, bring him up. Choke slam by Devin LeGrand. 1, 2, and that is it. Devin LeGrand has successfully gotten his first defense for the television championship. Even though Michael Corey lost, this time around he put up a great fight. It wasn't an absolute destruction.
I'm waiting for niggas to trip, cause bitch I love to scrap. Mama raised me
But
as a
eventually, in the end,
I'm a millionaire, started as a drug dealer.
it all came crashing down.
Movies, I went from trusting the trick. Now they all want to sue me. I'm on my knees begging, please come and save me. The whole world done made a nigga crazy. Everybody want for cover. Oh shit, thug life, motherfucker. I duck quick.
Congratulations to Devin McMahon for retaining his television championship. He's only got 3 defenses to go before he gets back into the world title division. But speaking of the world title division, we have Miles Thurman, Garbage, and Trash for the RWA World Heavyweight Championship.
It took too long to win this belt. I've come too far to be stopped now. This is my time, and my time now, motherfuckers.
So now, I'm gonna send a message to you both. If the Monster Miles wants something, these be the 2 ways I'm gonna get it. You hand it over, or I break you. Me losing my title is like an injured bear. They become very dangerous. And I'm gonna show you how dangerous the monster can really be. At Rebelmania, American Trash, Garbage, you two will be nothing more than 2 new victims add to my list, and I'm walking out with my Rebellion World Championship.
I won the Rebel Rumble. I earned my spot. I've always been here, and I more than deserved this damn title. So at Rebelmania, when I walk down that aisle, when I enter those ropes, I will take down both of them. You can bet on it.
And here we go. Here comes Garbage, the Rumble winner. The last Rebellion, Miles Thurman was going against American Trash for what would probably would have been the last time we were having together would be for a long time, but this man came out and interrupted the match, practically making it a no contest. In response, Black Metal decided to give Miles a second chance at the world title, making this match a triple threat. Now Garbage's chances of losing have pick increased. He doesn't have to worry about one person. He has to worry about 2. It's not that he has to worry about one person himself getting pinned. He has to worry about 2 other people getting pinned as well.
I see how these niggas playing, but I could
But here comes the monster, Miles. Miles described himself as a injured bear inside of a forest on Rebellion. Described man to trash. If I were smart, I would suspect that he would say the same thing here. He says he's even more dangerous than ever, and that he will not hold back. Miles has won the world title so many times in his career. The man is a Hall of Famer, as well as the man who we just saw enter down the aisle. Really, the only man who isn't even the Hall of Famer in this match is the world champion himself. And we never divide. No, these niggas won't hold me back. 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 These hoes won't hold me back. These hoes wanna hold me back. These hoes wanna hold me back. Miles is here. He's ready to try and get his title back. He's ready to put on a good match as well. But here comes the champion. A American trash. American trash. The last time he was world champion, he wasn't champion for long. And funny enough, after he lost the title, he was gone from the company. Garbage stated in his promo after the match, Trash has had a history with this company related to a lot of firings. But even through that, he still persevered. Worked all the way to the top to where he is right now. In the main event of Rebelmania. As the world champion. Garbage. Miles. Trash. And the match begins. And Miles immediately going after Garbage. And a full Nelson slam right into Trash. And now Miles going right after Garbage. Oh! The Samoan Driver. Hoop slam by Trash. Oh! Shoulder tackle. Oh. There we go, Trash going in for that Street Fighter style. To rough and tough punches. Oh. Once again going in. Those right hands. Oh! Clothesline taken out in Trash. And now, Garbage is fighting out of Miles. Yo, this weird move from Garbage. Now breaking the eyes of him. His forearm. And Trash posing for the crown. Oh. And oh. Oh my God. Basement dropkick right to Garbage. Nothing you wouldn't expect from a big man like Miles. Neck breaker from Trash. Oh my God! Miles on a chair inside of the ring. Oh. Those shots in the back. Crash with that knee right to the face. Dash doing here. Oh, and a rebound suplex on for the ropes. Oh, and a kill switch from Miles. And going in for those rapid stomps, holding up the arms with no protection. He's running DDT from Trash. And now the weapons come into play, finally. Trash calling up Garbage. Immediately misses that double axe handle, but catches him with the punches anyways. He's twisting. Moan driver. Deadlifting him. Oh, back suplex. And a Uranagi. Miles just going crazy right now. And Garbage going after his former friend, former tag partner. Ooh. Now Miles. And now what's Miles doing here? Oh my God! Inverted Alabama slammer. Nice into the corner, back elbow, into the face. Shots to the back. Back and forth action right here. Ooh. Oh. Miles is now getting up. Knee to the face. Discus. And now Garbage. Oh. The triple back breakers. Oh. Vintage Garbage. Oh. Out the leg. Oh, wait a minute. Miles taking him down. Arm drag reversal. Shots to the back. Shots. And, oh! Nice hammerlock lariat. Ooh. I'll put him in the chair. I don't know how that crushed his throat when he stomped his arm, but who cares? Ooh. Ooh. Huge gut punch. Right to the face, and oh my God! Down goes Strange, diving right out to the outside. Now he brings in the table. And he brings in the bat. Oh, takes down Garbage. Oop. In comes Garbage. Ooh. His elbow. Oh! Trash missed multiple clotheslines, but Garbage did not miss his. Garbage heading up to the top, going for the 3-star frog splash! Over here. 1, 2. No! Trash kicks out. Now Garbage choking the other life out of him. And Miles, quick Uranagi. Now goes Garbage. Miles bringing in the weapon that he is most infinitely famous for. Oh! It was these two men that pretty much made that ladder the specialty of Miles. Oh my God! Triangle choke. And no. Trash is able to loosen himself out of it. Made Miles break it. Oh, and a double axe handle. On the ropes and a wide out elbow drum. Oh. Trash tried to go for that back in the head clothesline. Oh. Miles got the kick. And clothesline he got. Now goes Miles. Elbow drop. Oof. Trash now heading on the apron. Back into the ring. Oh. Garbage. Move out of the way. Catching Trash down on a backbreaker. Oh. Oh. Almost onto the ladder. Up to the top. Garbage. Gets caught. The Black Twins from Miles. Pitching Garbage with the same move that he caught Trash on Rebellion. Oh. Pop-up Samoan drum. Miles now has the ladder. Oh. Garbage pretty much unaffected. But Miles goes down to it. Garbage off the ropes. They right to the face of Miles. Oh. I have no idea what happened there. 1, 2. Oh. Garbage kicked out, but he got hit by Miles when he did kick out. Trash heads up to the top. Misses Garbage. Oh, Garbage is back in the ring. Trash is back up. Oh! Good God. Here we go, classic garbage. Now, it's a wrench on the arms. Now that's fisherman suplex toss. Oh, oh! Nice pop-up punch. Oh, actual reversal into a knee. Oh! Bit of a weaker clothesline. The shoulder tackle will take out garbage. Looking around. Oh! Trash going after that leg. Miles. Oh! The move. Oh my God. It wasn't enough for garbage to break up the pin. He took out the referee. Go for the immediate moment. It will really happen. Oh! Oh! Miles gets taken down. Cover 1, 2. Trash breaks it up, sees that Miles is getting up. A nice clothesline. Oh! And there it is. Clothesline to the back of the neck. And garbage kicks out. Now Trash working on that leg. Now Miles going down, being on garbage. What the? I have no idea what happened there. Garbage is able to take down Miles. Oh! Dragon screw. Oh! Slamming the knee on the mat for good measure. Garbage is out of there. Knee discus. Oh! Looks like Garbage is setting up the table. Beating down on Trash. He's setting him on it. What has he got planned here? Setting him on top of it. I was just wondering what he's doing. Oh, wait. Miles is charging up. Oh! And a cross splash through the table. Seems like Miles wanted to do something to Garbage, but he couldn't get through the table. Pedigree! Come here. 1, 2, and Garbage kicks out. Oh. Oh, Miles tossing Trash over once again. Oh, wait. Nice lariat. Oh. Trash tosses him aside. And oh, using the ropes to take down Trash. Wait a minute, going in for a roll up. 1, 2. Oh, Miles does not kick out, or kicks out. What am I saying? Oh, oh my God! Come on, Samoan Drop. Miles did a freaking backflip. That is something you'll never see, probably again. Oh my God. Black drop to the outside. And American Trash did something. No clue what's happening. Miles is now in the okay. I was supposed to say Miles is in the ring. Then Trash just flies over the ropes. And now Miles. Huge exploded suplex. From the apron to inside of the ring goes Trash. Ultimate Garbage going up to the top. Oh! Miles just planted, Garbage right on the Trash. Total World Slam. Now Miles, 1. Nope. And, nice hip drop, neck breaker. Oh, clothesline. Now Garbage going after the arms of Miles. Just wrenching on him. Work on the arm. Go to the head. I was going for the cover, does not realize that Trash is in the ring. Gets kicked right in the foot. Trash walking right over Miles. Hoping he's get that rolling neck snap. Miles does not get that drop kick, but he does get slightly clothesline. Oh. It's little lariat. 2. No. Garbage does kick out. Here we go. Once again, the backbreakers to American Trash. Miles waiting for his chance. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God! Courage just did a freaking Hurricane Rana. These men are doing things that they would never do. Spinebuster does not realize that Trash gets I need a head. Cover 1, 2. No. Garbage kicks out. What a hell of a match this is. Oh. Oh. Garbage just poked the eyes of... Oh my god, a red card! And a finishing maneuver. 1, 2. Miles still kicks out. And Trash takes down Garbage. What a match this is. Oh, nice discus clothesline. And now goes Garbage. The legs on me. Few strikes. Oh, tried to go after the leg, but it gets knee to the gut for his shovels. Oh. Oh. Butterfly driver. 1, 2. And Miles immediately in response to the pin break. 1, 2. And he kicks out. And now Garbage giving the triple backbreakers to Miles. The Trash is there to give him a double bat whack. Now once again going after the legs of Garbage. Ooh. His back suplex. Punch the face, a few others. There he goes. Now Trash getting elbowed right in the back. And a backstabber to go along with it. Oh. Oof. Oh. Elbow drop right on the Trash. Toss him right down to the ground. Oh my god, Miles catches him once more. Black twist. Oh. 1, 2. And no. Trash foolingly doing that double pin. Got caught up in the moment. Oh. Strike with the bat. Trash goes out to the outside. It's Garbage with it. Ooh. Oof. Is that knee from Trash? 2. Oh! Miles is unable to reach the competitors to break at the pin, so why not for the best bet option, taking out the ref. Oh. Oh, Garbage got caught. But now gives him the wrestling takedown. And Trash with a nice backdrop suplex. Picks up the chair once more. Now there's a strike up the chair. Oh! Lands that leg right onto the chair. Gonna hurt it even further. Attempted ring guard by Miles. Stopped by Garbage. And for the third time, the trifecta of back breakers. The trash. Go. Miles. Butterfly pile driver. 2. Oh. The trash barely breaks it up. Oh. Miles going down with the Yokosuka cutter. Trash fighting out of Miles' move. Back and forth action between the two. And Trash, oh! Chucks the foot of Miles into the ropes. Oh! Same knee that Trash uses. The Garbage has been using as well. Oh, later it's Spine Buster. 1, 2, and Miles kicks out. Vintage knee drop by Garbage. In comes Trash. Oof. Shoulder tackle. Oof. Miles getting up immediately after that, but Trash, the knee, discus. Couple of chair strikes. Oh, and ooh! Garbage also falls victim, getting his throat chucked right into the ropes. Ooh. Dash almost, oh my god! What a knee lift right into the gut of Garbage. Wind up elbows to the back of the head. Oof. No strike and Trash. Also, when it looks at it, it seems like Trash also attempted a ring guard at Miles. At least he got out of the ring. He tried to avoid it, I don't know. Miles going in. That back landing suplex. Off the ropes. And a huge splash. 2. He kicks out. Miles with the full Nelson slam. Oh. Now Miles going in for that exploder over Trash. Austin to the corner. Now Garbage. Who strikes down out of the ring. Miles draping over. Drop kick. Garbage going in for a pin. I don't know what kind of foolish move that was. Oh, Larian. Cover 1, 2, and 3. That's in. Trench has retained at Rebelmania. Trench has also made history by being the first man to retain the World Championship at a Rebelmania event. But what a hell of a match. These three tore down the house. Trench will definitely not be feeling good on the back region for a while. All the backbreakers that he was given by Garbage. Twice Garbage was caught out of that black twist. Devastating knee strikes from Garbage. Ooh. Like a boot right to the chest. Pop-up punch. What the hell this move is? A pretty great moment here. Fox splash right through the table. That butterfly driver as well. This is a pretty crazy moment here. Garbage out of nowhere pulling off something that he has never done before in his career. Freaking Hurricane Rana. Earlier on that match, making Miles hit a backflip. It was the final move of the match. Hammerlock Larian. Really freaking hit the hell out of his head. It's the right off. But congratulations to the American Trash for retaining his title at Rebelmania. Thank you everybody for watching Rebelmania 3. We hope you enjoyed the event. We hope it was worth the wait. I will see you all in the next episode.